Beast Mode, the untold story of Mrbeast's rise to fame and philanthropy. Imagine a skinny teenager sitting alone in his bedroom in North Carolina, staring at a cheap laptop and quietly wondering, how do I actually become a YouTuber? Not a celebrity, not a millionaire, just a YouTuber, someone who could create something people cared about. That's where the story of Jimmy Donaldson, the kid the world would soon call Mrbeast, truly begins. Beast Mode walks us through that unlikely climb, from an introverted small-town boy to one of the most influential digital creators alive and eventually, one of the most generous philanthropists of his generation. This biography does more than recount events. It digs deep into the mindset, the relentless curiosity, the countless failures, and the non-stop experiments that built a global phenomenon. It shows us a young man convinced that success wasn't about luck. It was about improving just a little every single day. A kid who, despite chronic illness, social struggles, and financial limitations, became determined to decode the science of virality and the art of generosity, no matter how long it took. Let's walk through his story. 1. The early spark. A boy and his YouTube dream before the $1 million challenges. Before the giant sets and massive giveaways, Jimmy was simply a shy kid who loved video games. He didn't excel in school, didn't stand out socially, and didn't have a clear path forward. But YouTube was different. YouTube became the one place where he could experiment, fail, try again, and slowly discover his voice. At 13, under the username Mrbeast6000, he uploaded everything he could think of: gaming commentary, funny compilation moments, random clips. Early editing experiments challenge ideas nobody watched. None of it went viral. In fact, almost no one saw these videos. But Jimmy kept going not because the world encouraged him, but because creating videos made him feel alive. He wasn't a natural entertainer. He wasn't an instant prodigy. He was simply unyielding. And that perseverance became the foundation of everything that followed. 2. The first turning point. Obsession becomes a superpower. What truly separated Jimmy from other young creators wasn't talent, it was obsession. He became consumed with understanding YouTube itself, not just posting videos, but studying the platform like a scientist. He asked questions most people ignored. Why do certain ideas explode? How do thumbnails influence emotions? What makes someone click or keep watching? How does pacing control attention? What storytelling structure works best online? Jimmy spent hours analyzing viral videos frame by frame. He filled notebooks with observations. And he formed a small mastermind group, a handful of young creators on Discord, who spent countless nights dissecting hundreds of videos. While other kids his age were hanging out or playing sports, Jimmy was reverse engineering the algorithm. It was a lonely time. His mother worried. Teachers didn't understand. Classmates thought he was wasting his life. But Jimmy insisted he wasn't lost. He was training. This obsessive study, the biography argues, was his first true superpower. 3. The breakthrough. Counting to 100,000. Every origin story has a defining moment. No gimmicks, no budget. Just pure endurance. It took more than 40 hours of filming. His equipment overheated. He could barely keep his eyes open. But when he uploaded it, something incredible happened. People didn't watch because they cared about counting. They watched because they cared about effort. It was weird, ambitious, and undeniably human. The video didn't just get millions of views. It gave Jimmy something far more important. Proof that ideas with effort, scale, and obsession could change his life. This single upload became the seed of the modern Mrbeast style. Impossible challenges, absurd dedication, ideas pushed to the extreme. It was the moment the world first noticed him. 4. Enter the bigger and better era. With that momentum, Jimmy unlocked the formula. Take a simple idea. Make it ridiculously huge. Put in insane effort. Deliver it at a scale no one expects. This led to videos like reading the entire dictionary, watching paint dry, saying Logan Paul 100,000 times. Sure, they were ridiculous, but they were also training missions tests of mental endurance and experiments in what holds attention. Then came the twist that changed everything. Money giveaways. Jimmy wasn't rich. He barely made anything. But when he earned his first sponsorships, he didn't keep the money, he gave it away. To strangers, to homeless people, to small streamers. People thought he was crazy. But he understood something no one else saw. Generosity is magnetic. It creates joy, surprise, and emotion ingredients of viral storytelling. So he reinvested every dollar. He lived cheaply, rarely bought anything for himself, and used every cent to make the next idea even bigger. 5. The Rise of the Crew. Friendship as Fuel. The book emphasizes how important Jimmy's early team became: Chris, Chandler, Carl, and others who later joined. These weren't actors or celebrities. They were his friends, normal guys doing wildly abnormal challenges. Their chemistry created a sense of family that pulled viewers in. Audiences didn't just watch challenges. They watched people they felt connected to. The crew added humor, unpredictability, relatability, warmth. Their reactions, jokes, failures, and victories made the videos feel real. And that authenticity became a defining part of the Mrbeast universe. 6. Scaling up. From bedroom creator to production machine, as the channel exploded, Jimmy transitioned from a kid with a camera to the leader of a full-scale production company. He built massive challenge sets, warehouses turned into studios, specialized editing teams, writing and concept departments, game show-style environments. His mission wasn't just to make videos. It was to create spectacles, experiences viewers had never seen before. Where other creators used profit for luxury, Jimmy reinvested everything back into content. Every dollar became more scale, more creativity, more impact. That reinvest-everything philosophy became the engine of his empire. 7. Philanthropy. Turning kindness into a movement. One of the most powerful threads in the biography is Mrbeast's evolution into a full-scale philanthropist. He discovered that generosity wasn't just fulfilling, it made compelling content. Unlike traditional charity, his approach blended storytelling, humor, surprise, and emotional weight. His projects grew from small giveaways to paying for surgeries, rebuilding homes, funding education, supporting shelters, helping families in crisis, massive surprise donations. Eventually, he launched Beast Philanthropy, a nonprofit dedicated to feeding families, aiding disaster victims, and building long-term humanitarian projects. Jimmy didn't just want to give money. He wanted to make generosity contagious. 8. Health battles. The pain behind the camera. A surprising part of his story is Jimmy's lifelong struggle with Crohn's disease, a chronic inflammatory illness that causes pain, fatigue, and digestive issues. Behind the energetic videos were long stretches of exhaustion, flare-ups, hospital visits, restrictive diets. His discipline wasn't built on perfect health, far from it. It came from a refusal to let his condition dictate his future. This vulnerability makes his achievements even more inspiring. 9. The business empire. From creator to CEO, with global influence came major business ventures. Mrbeast Burger, a virtual restaurant chain that delivered millions of meals through partner kitchens across the world. Feastables, a high-energy chocolate and snack brand built with clean ingredients and massive storytelling power. Jimmy applied YouTube principles, simplicity, clarity, and fun to real-world business, creating companies that grew at explosive speed. Both ventures reflect the same core idea: make great products, tell great stories, reinvest constantly. 10. The future vision. Entertainment with purpose. In its final chapters, the biography explores Jimmy's ambitions for the future, expanding global charities, pursuing sustainable food solutions, creating massive environmental impact projects, breaking every YouTube record, inspiring creators to push the limits of imagination. Jimmy doesn't want to be remembered only as a YouTuber. He wants to be remembered as someone who used the biggest digital platform in history to make life better for millions. He represents a new kind of influencer, half entertainer, half humanitarian, showing that audiences today don't just want amusement. They want hope, creativity, and meaningful impact. Conclusion: the heart of the beast Beast Mode ultimately reveals a creator who succeeded not through luck or shortcuts, but through relentless improvement, comfort with failure, bold, oversized ideas, long-term thinking, radical generosity, collaborative friendships. Reinvesting everything into growth, Jimmy Donaldson grew from a shy, sick, introverted teenager into the most watched creator on the planet because he treated YouTube like a science, storytelling like an art, and philanthropy like a mission. This is the heart of Beast Mode, a story of creativity, kindness, and unbreakable dedication in a digital world that rewards those brave enough to think bigger than everyone else. If this video resonates with you, hit that subscribe button for more.